because
projects
this is good.
which have been onboarded on Avial. Right. So we have Mohmed Ishak today. Mohmed Ishak is a Malaysian software engineering student. Ishak started programming during his second year at a university. Ishak is a MERN stack developer, and Ishak does know other technologies as well, such as Spring, Django, React Native, all the way to CI/CD tools. And Ishak is also a technical writer. So with that said, yeah, Ishak, you can,
All right, yeah,
stage
okay,
is yours,
okay,
man. Cool.
yeah, okay. All right, so can you hear me? Okay. Hey guys, can you see me? Um, my name is Ishak. I'm from Malaysia. I'm not a software developer yet. I'm a student, but I'm about to be a software engineer. Okay. So hey everyone. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys something. If you joined this session with the mindset that this is probably gonna be boring, or like if you're forced to do this, maybe you should change your mind, because I promise you this is gonna be super useful and it's gonna be short. Because I know you probably don't wanna like listen to a long speech. It's gonna be short and it's gonna be useful. It's gonna be cool. I'm gonna teach you a bunch of cool uh, techniques and shortcuts. Okay. So okay, what am I gonna teach you today? I'm gonna show you guys how to use an open source tool. Before that, let me share my screen. I screen that. Okay, do you guys see my screen? Hmm, it's not responding. Can you guys hear me? Just give me a minute, guys. You know what? Maybe I'll join in 1 minute. Not sure why the screen is not visible, so I will join back in a minute. Okay, I'm here. Now I hope you can hear me. Sharing screen.
Hey
Right,
Ishak,
right.
yeah, we can see your
Okay,
screen. Yeah,
everything's
cool.
good. Okay, okay. All right, everything's good now. All right, guys. So what I'm about to teach you is that let's just restart. Okay. What I'm about to teach you today is an open source how to use an open source tool called Chatwoot. Okay. I'm not going to talk much because I'm sure you don't want to hear me like talk so much. So what is Chatwoot? Chatwoot is an open source project which helps you to manage your customers. And what problem does it solve? The problem is that if you're a business, you you'd have your customer base everywhere, like right? Like they might message you on email or Slack or Messenger or Facebook or WhatsApp or Twitter or Discord and a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, and how do you manage them? You'd manually reply or you'd assign someone to reply, right? Which is cool, but not very cool because not as cool as Chatwoot, because Chatwoot helps you to it grabs all of your messages in all of those platforms and then it shows you in one dashboard. And when it shows you on one dashboard, that's already cool. But on top of that, what's cool is that it also allows you to assign who's gonna manage, who's gonna like, you can assign those messages to your team. So maybe like you've got a guy named John or something, and you can assign him to, you can direct all of your WhatsApp messages to him, which is cool, right? And also, if he's on leave or something, you can reassign it to someone else. It's so powerful. Okay, so the point is that it integrates all of your social platforms in one dashboard, and you can see all of your messages in one dashboard and reply to them. That's what it is. But and I wrote an article on this, and I don't want to like. Of course, I'm not going to reread it again, but I'll just highlight some of the cool stuff about it. Okay. One of the cool things is that about Chatwoot is that it allows you to where did I even write this? Not sure where I wrote this. It allows you to efficiently respond to your customers. So instead of writing something long, like "Hey, how are you? We're happy Merry Christmas" or something like that, something super long, you can write a short code, maybe forward slash, and usually a short code starts with forward slash. So if you write forward slash and then greet, GREET, and then that's gonna, and you type and you hit enter, it's gonna generate a long template, and you don't need to like manually type, which is gonna consume so much of time. So you can do like a lot of cool stuff. But let's just get started. Okay, I'm just gonna get started. Let's go ahead to Google and Chatwood, and then just search Chatwood, and then or just type www.chatwood.com, and you'll see this. This is the landing page, right? And of course you can read it. So, and if you don't have an account, I assume if you are a new user, you don't have an account, you can go ahead and create an account and then just fill up the information, your name, email, something like that. But since I already have an account and I'm already logged in, I see this one. I see this screen. Okay, so once you log in, you'll see this. Okay, I'm just gonna skip that registration step because I assume you know how to register yourself. So this is what you see. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's just go ahead to inbox and see like what are we offered. Okay, let's go ahead to inbox and create a new inbox. That means you want to see your messages, right? So you just click plus new inbox. So what kind of options do you have? You can integrate your website, Messenger, Twitter, WhatsApp, Telegram, email, and SMS, all of that stuff. And you also have a manual API. If you're a programmer, then you can work with the API and you can customize it to your liking, which is cool. You've got line as well. So if you select all of them and if you select all of them, then all of these messages from all of these platforms, they're gonna be displayed on your Chatwood inbox. But for now, I'm not gonna show you everything, of course, because the steps are very repetitive. I'm gonna show you the two coolest one, which is email and manually implementing it on your website. Once you know these two, you can implement the other ones very easily because you're gonna follow the same steps. Okay. So let's go ahead to email. Okay, what's gonna okay? What are we gonna do now? Okay, when someone sends you an email, where will you check it? Probably on Gmail, right? Or Gmail or whatever other email client like Microsoft Outlook or something. I use Gmail, by the way, so I just go ahead to Gmail and I'll see all the messages. But right now, I want to see it on my Chatwoot's dashboard. How do I do that? Very easy. You just click email and then provide all the necessary details. So I'm just going to go ahead and click email, obviously, and then give a channel name like whatever name for this channel, maybe like my amazing business. And you know what's the cool thing is you don't need to like do too much thinking. Just supply whatever information that is required of you. It's my amazing business. And what is your email? So this is my email, okay? Right. Create email channel, okay. Then pick agents for the inbox. So if you have a lot of, right now we just have one option, okay. But if you have a large team and you create a lot of accounts and then you assign them to your team, then you can like assign. You can pick whatever agent that you want, whoever agent that you want. Right now it's just me, so I'm gonna receive the inbox. But in other cases, in an ideal case, you want to assign it to like each like one guy need a deal with one platform, maybe email or something. That's going to be like a little bit ideal. I'm just going to add myself, so I will receive the message on my dashboard. Add agent, okay. And then look guys, this is very interesting. This is probably a little bit difficult, not too much, a little bit, just a little bit difficult. What does it say? It tells you like, hey, you know what, instead of you will see all the messages that you get on your inbox, you will see that, but you need to ask your customers to message this email, not your email, this weird email. So your customers have to email to this long email, and then you will see it on your inbox. Is this cool? It's not cool, because why would you want your customers to like reply to this weird email, right? And they wouldn't even be able to type this, right? So what do? You want to use you want to forward your email to this weird email. Do you get it? So I'll just show you. I'm just gonna go ahead to my Gmail. You can do it in like Outlook or Gmail or whatever, but I'm using Gmail, so I'm gonna use Gmail. I'll repeat again, okay? Supposedly, you will receive email, email to you on your email, right? Like if someone messaged this guy, someone messaged myself, I'm gonna see it over here on my inbox, right? Because that's what it works. That's how email works, right? But right now, you wanna forward all of your email to this email that Chatwoot gives you, so that you can integrate, so you can like display your messages over here. So what's gonna happen is that, listen very, very carefully, guys. It's just a little bit complicated. You wanna go ahead to settings, okay? It's in top right. It's on top right, and then click see all settings, okay? It's gonna bring me to this screen on Gmail, and then I'm gonna hit this tab, forwarding and POP IMAP, okay? What that means is that I'm gonna redirect my email to that weird email, okay? Right now, I don't have a forwarding address, so I'm gonna add a new one, okay? What is the email? It's this one, right? Because that's what it gives you. So I'm just gonna click copy, and then I'm gonna like paste it over here. I'm gonna click next, and it's gonna ask me for confirmation. I'm gonna click proceed, okay? And then it tells you like, hey, a confirmation code has been sent. So that means you have to verify it from that weird email, just like every verification. So where is the inbox? So just take me there. You see, this is your inbox right now. You have one email from Gmail, from Google, okay? So I'm just gonna verify. So what do you do to verify? Please click the link below to confirm the request. So I cannot click this obviously because it uses different formatting. So I'm just gonna copy and paste it. I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna like paste it over here. Now I'm gonna click confirm. So by clicking confirm, what I'm saying is that whatever email that I receive on my personal email, I'm gonna redirected to that weird email. Okay. So then already verified. So maybe I should reload. Maybe I should reload. So let's try reload this thing. Yeah. Okay. So right now, Gmail knows like I am associated with that weird email from Chatwoot. Okay. So what do? By default, the forwarding is disabled, so you want to enable it. Okay. So you click this, forward a copy of incoming email to this one. And what do you want to do? Do you want to like delete Gmail's copy or like keep Gmail's copy in the inbox? Ideally, you want to choose this one, keep Gmail's copy in the inbox. What's going to happen is that when you get a message, that message will be on your personal inbox. At the same time, that message will also be on Chadwood's inbox, which is cool. You want two copy, right? Because obviously you want two copy. You don't want like your message to be only on one email. So you want it on both mails, okay? And then once I click that, I'm gonna have to scroll down. Don't forget this tab because it's very easy to like neglect this. Click save change, okay? Click save. Once if you do it correctly, you know what's gonna happen? Yeah, at the very top, you'll see like a red bar. It says like you are forwarding to this email, okay? Now everything is done, okay? Now let's do something. Yeah, now let's do something. Everything is done. That's it, guys. So right now, when your customers, they email you personally or to your business email or something, you will see over here. So let's go ahead and test that, okay? I'm gonna go to my Gmail again. I'm gonna, wait, compose a new message, okay? I'll make it big, okay? I'll email to myself, okay? I'm emailing to myself, but it still is gonna work, okay? Subject, please fix my issue. And then the message, hey guys, my ID is whatever. You charged me, I don't know, 500% last month, and you pay me back or something like that. Okay, I'm gonna send it to myself. Okay, of course I'll receive it over here, but if we go here to Chatwoot, hopefully it's gonna work. Let's see. Do I? Yeah. Okay. So you just need to wait for a while, and then you see that email which I sent to my personal email is now on Chadwood's email. So I just forwarded my email to this email. So I can just click this guy, which is myself, and then you'll see the email, and then you can like reply like, yeah, we fixed it. We'll pay you back tonight, something like that. That's cool. And then that guy who sent this message will receive the reply, obviously. What's cool is that you can also make canned response, so / and then something like that, which I don't have yet, but we can like do that. I'm not going to show that because that's going to take so much of time, and I haven't even tested that really. But what canned response is that instead of typing like "Hey there, Merry Christmas" or like "Merry Christmas and Happy New Year," instead of doing that, you can assign this long text to shortcode, so / greet or something. Once you click enter, that's going to generate that long template, okay? And you can do that to all of your customers. So your team or whoever in your business who's dealing with them, like the customers, they don't need to type so much. So that's going to be so cool. So that's one way, okay? Now all of your emails are here. What about, and you can do the same thing for WhatsApp and whatever. So all of your messages are going to be displayed here. Email, WhatsApp, everything, they're going to be mixed here. And it's going to show like where that message came from, like which platform it came from. Is it WhatsApp? Is it Messenger over here? Right now, it doesn't tell you because we only have like one platform, message from one platform, which is email. But if you have multiple platforms, then it's gonna show you like, it's gonna like differentiate which platform your message came from. That's one way. Okay, now that you know how to integrate all of your messages in one dashboard, what if you have a website, a custom website, okay? You have a custom website and you want to implement a button such that when the user clicks that button, a chat message is gonna, like a chat bubble is gonna pop up and the user can type something, whatever they want to ask, and that the message is gonna come to you in your dashboard. How do you do that? So that's like a different thing. So I'm going to show you that right now. I have to disable forwarding, so I'll do that after this, okay? But when you forward your message, be very careful, guys. If you're doing it for demo purpose, make sure to revert it back. If no, all of your mails are going to be on Chatwoot, okay? I mean, it's going to be like private to you, of course, but still, I don't think so. You want like your message to be duplicated in 2 platforms, okay? Right now, I'm going to teach you how to, yeah, like I said, implement it on your website, okay? Like right now, your customers are going to message you, okay, using their WhatsApp, right? And their Telegram and their Slack, their Messenger. Right now, what if you have a website and you want to implement a feature that lets your customers to talk with you? How do you do that? Okay. For that, you can do it on HTML, CSS, JavaScript, a bunch of stuff, okay? But I'm going to teach you, I'm not going to use any crazy technology like Next.js or like React or something. I'm going to use HTML, only HTML, and a little bit of JavaScript, which you don't need to know at all. So just HTML, because that's the easiest thing ever. So how do you do that? So you go to Chatwoot, okay? Click this home button, okay? And then do the same thing, go to inbox and then click plus new inbox. Once you do that, you'll arrive here. And instead of clicking these ones, just click website, okay? And this is very important, okay? This is going to be a little bit complicated, okay? Let me tell you why, just a little bit. Just like the previous one where I told you like the forwarding part is going to be complicated, this has its own complication too. I'll tell you what it is. On our website, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to tell you like what we're going to do. We're just going to fill up a bunch of details, your website name, and what title are you going to display in the chat bubble and all of that stuff. But there's one problem, guys. You know what the problem is? You should have a domain like URL, and only then Chatwoot will know like, hey, I have to like display myself in that URL. But right now you don't have a URL. Why? Because you haven't even built anything, right? What if you have an existing website like whatever.com or something like that? What if you have an existing website and then you write that URL over here? What's going to happen? Is Chatwoot, is that button's going to be shown? That Chatwoot button is going to be shown? No, because not only you have to supply the URL, also you have to inject some code, a script inside your code base. Only then you'll be able to like see that button. Let me show you that button, how it's going to look. Yeah, this is how it's going to look. On your website, you'll see like a small blue button like this one over here. And then once you click that button, this big chat bubble is going to pop up and then they can chat with you. But for you to do that, on Chatwoot, what you have to do is that, I'm going to say it again. Of course, you have to write your website name. You can name it whatever you want. You need to have a URL. Can you write like, you need to have a URL. And for that reason, and if you want a URL, you have to deploy your project, right? You have to deploy it. It has to be on the internet, and only then you'll get a URL and you can supply it here. Right now, you don't have a URL because you haven't finished building it, right? You don't want to deploy it halfway. No. How do you do that? I'll tell you in a bit. But right now, let's do this. Open up a new folder, something. I'm gonna delete it. On VS Code, I'm gonna use my favorite code editor. I guess like it's everyone's favorite code editor, VS Code, Visual Studio Code. I'm gonna create a website, okay? I'm gonna open a new file. I'm gonna start a new file. I'm gonna create a new file called index.html. It's not gonna be complex. It's just gonna be one page. It's gonna be super easy. It's just a HTML site. And to generate a boilerplate, I'm gonna type exclamation mark. So that's gonna trigger a template. And this is called Emmet abbreviation. You don't need to know, but if you know, it's cool. exclamation mark, and then enter. So it generates this, this template. I'm not gonna build something crazy. There's just gonna be one title there in that side. On that side, it's gonna be a H1 tag, and I'm gonna name it like welcome to BL. Yeah, this is cool. Okay, this is the website. Very simple. Okay, I'm gonna save it. And how do I open it? This is not my computer. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead to this one. And I'm gonna open it. How do I open with Chrome? Yeah. So this is the website, guys. You see, that's the website that I built. There's nothing. There's only like one heading tag. That's it. Welcome to RVL. That's it. Okay. Now, how are you gonna deploy this? Are you gonna like write this URL? No, that's not gonna happen. But before that, let me just go ahead and like install like one extension, which I'm not sure why I don't have it. This is not my machine. I'm using my sister's machine, but I'm sorry, guys. You have to go through this. It's gonna be done in like 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna install an extension which is gonna help you to launch HTML files faster. Okay, so I'm gonna open with live server. I'm sure you know this. I'm sure you know. If you don't know that, I mean, you can Google what that is. Yeah, whatever. How do I do that? Yeah, maybe I should allow something. Yeah, whatever. Okay, guys. So I started it using a server. Okay, I'm sure you know what that is. It runs on localhost port 5500. Okay. Here's the thing. Let's go back to Chatwoot. Let's think for a while. What does it ask you? I need you to focus. Okay. What does it ask you? It asks you for URL, right? Can you go here to this Microsoft Edge? Copy this URL. Is this a URL? It is URL, right? It is URL. But if I paste it over here, is it going to work? It's not going to work. You know why? Because this localhost port 5500 is specific to my machine. If someone else from another part of the world, they type in localhost port 5000 on their browser, it's going to show something else, right? Because localhost is local. It's not on the internet. It's specific to me. It's okay. It's isolated. So can I give that URL? No, I cannot give that URL. I have to deploy my app to the cloud, grab that URL, and then give Chatwoot. Can I deploy it now? Well, yes, I can, but really, is it ideal? No, that's not ideal. You know why? Because this website is not even done. I haven't even started. I just wrote like one line, welcome to RVL. It's not even done. Where's the picture and the button and like the colorful stuff? No, I haven't even done it. So what can I do right now? The answer is I can temporarily, very temporarily, deploy my application. Okay, temporarily, not like completely, but temporarily deploy my application on the internet. Okay, my local host on the internet, and then I can get that URL, give it to Chatwoot just for development purpose, just to test it out. Okay, when I actually deploy it to the cloud, of course, I'm gonna make it like look nice and everything. I can deploy it completely and then grab the URL, give Chatwoot, whatever. But temporarily, just to test it out, what am I gonna do? I can temporarily deploy it on the internet and grab the URL. How do you temporarily deploy it? I think like I believe not everyone knows this, even like if you're advanced, because you don't encounter this on like a normal, like in your usual work, you don't see this, but this might be a little bit advanced, but it's easy. Okay, how do you temporarily deploy your local host such that whoever you guys, all of you who are watching this, and whoever in this world, when they search that URL, they will see my local host right now, like my local host. How do you do that? Okay, for that, there's an application called Ngrok. It's easy, but I don't expect everyone to know that. Maybe you are super advanced, but you might not even know that. That's very normal, guys. So because usually people don't use this. Okay. go ahead to Google and type ngrok, N-G-R-O-K, ngrok, and download it. Okay, I already downloaded. It's nothing crazy. It's just like a command prompt window. Okay, it's a command prompt window, and you just type a bunch of command. Okay, not bunch, just one line of command. Okay, I'm gonna click this and I'm gonna make it big. Okay, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna grab my HTTP port 5500, my localhost port 5500, which is where my HTML file runs, and I'm gonna temporarily deploy it to the internet and get a URL, because that's what I'm desperate for right now. I want a URL, right? So this is what you're supposed to type. ngrok.exe, that's the application name. HTTP, that means the internet, whatever. 5500, because I'm going to transform my 5500 to the internet. Okay. Then what's going to happen is that, how do I scroll down? Wait. Not sure why I can scroll down, but yeah. If it's small, I'm sorry. What it tells me is that, I'm not sure if you can see it. It gives me like a URL, HTTP localhost port 4040. I'm going to copy that. Okay. I'm going to come to Google Chrome. Okay, I'm going to come to here. I'm going to come here. That's what ngrok gives me. When I paste it on my browser, I see this thing. You know what does it say? It says a bunch of stuff, but it doesn't matter. It says like, my session will end in 2 hours. So that's like, I told you it's temporary, right? Yeah, it'll end in 2 hours. Okay. So by then I can like, I don't, test my code and whatever. And then I have to restart a new connection. It gives me 2 URLs. So just grab the second one, HTTPS, because it's HTTPS. Just grab the second one. And if I click this, make sure install your auth token. Okay, guys. Supposedly, what's gonna happen is that if I click this URL, it's gonna open my local host, whoever, even me or you or like whoever it is. But right now, not everyone can do. I mean, everyone can do it, but you need to have a auth token, authorization token. That means you have to like log in. And for that reason, you know what you need to do? ngrok. You go back to ngrok. Everything is the same, guys. I just missed one step. Okay, just log in. I'm not sure what my password is, but I have no idea what my password is. Is it this? Is it Google? Okay, it's gonna. Okay, it works. Okay, right now. I guess this is my auth token. Let me see. The idea is that I have to set an authorization token before I write other comments, but I'm not exactly sure how I did that. So let me just maybe click download. I'm just gonna. This is the live debug session, guys. Okay, it's ngrok auth token and then your token. I think this is my auth token, so I'm gonna Control C. That means I'm gonna break the connection. We have to wait for a bit. Everything is right, but it's just that we need additional step. I'm not supposed to do it as a normal user. I have to do it as an authorized user to get the extra power, Control C to quit, but it's not quitting. Maybe I should just close this. But if I close this, is it gonna work? Let's see. ngrok.exe auth token, paste it. Did I copy it in the first place? I'll have to like copy this. Okay, now it works. It's gonna work. ngrok.exe. So what's happening right now is that before this, I just executed my command. Okay, it's gonna work. It's gonna give me like, it's gonna allow me to do a bunch of stuff, but not the super advanced stuff. If you want to do like with full authority, with full power, you have to like grab your authorization token, paste it here so that it knows like, hey, it's this guy who is doing all of that. So when you hack it or something like that, the FBI or whoever, the police or something would know like, okay, it's because of this guy, the entire network is broken or something. So that's why you've got authorization token. Okay, ngrok.exe http 5500. What does it say? Yeah, it asks me to go to the same URL again. So I'm just gonna go to the same URL. I paste it. It gives me two URLs, okay? Like live URL. So let's just click one of them. See? Did you see it, guys? Let me just do that again. That URL, you see this URL, it's not localhost. It's from ngrok. This is live. If you guys who are watching this, if you grab this URL, paste it on your browser, you'll be able to see my localhost. Really, like my localhost. I'll just share it in the chat box. I'm not sure like how many of you are live, but I'll share it over there. You will see my localhost, which is not possible in like, usually it's not possible, okay? But right now you'll see my localhost, okay? So now with the URL, why are we even doing this? Because we want URL to give Chatwoot, right? So I'm just gonna grab this URL. I'm gonna copy this thing. I'm gonna head back to this one, okay? I'm gonna paste this because now I have a URL. Why didn't I, in case you're like a beginner or something, I'm gonna repeat again. Why didn't I deploy it to Heroku or AWS or Netlify or something like that, and then grab that URL, put it over here? Why not? Yeah, that works, but I haven't even built my application yet. I'm not complete. I haven't completed it. If I'm complete, then I can do that. But now I'm not complete. So I need to give temporary URL to test it out if it works, if Chatwoot works. If it works, then it's good. What's the website name? You can give it whatever name. My super cool website. Okay. Widget color. The button. What color do you want it to be? Maybe you can make it according to your business color or something, team color or something. Maybe it's red or something. I don't know. Welcome heading like either tagline. We are the best company in the universe. Like seriously. And then enable chat greeting. Like, do you want to like greet the user by default, like say hi or something? So maybe if yes, then you can do that. I'll just say no. Create an inbox. And then who's the agent? Who's gonna like in your team, Chatwoot team? Who's gonna like take care of this? Right now, I just have one guy, which is myself. So I'm just gonna choose me. But if usually in a team you'll have like a bunch of people, and then you can just assign it. Like, is it gonna be John? Is it gonna be like David? Is it gonna be like who's gonna take care of it? Okay, of this inbox. Okay, I'm just gonna add agent. The final step. You already give your URL. That's good. But you also need to inject this code in your code base, okay? You don't need to do anything, guys. Just copy this. Just click copy. And then in your HTML, you know how to write a script, right? How do I write a script? I guess in your body, you just paste it. Just paste it. Just paste that thing. Okay? Paste that thing. It's done. Actually, when you are deploying to the cloud, if you're like a professional guy or something, you don't want to like store your secret here. You want to store it in an environment variable like outside your code, and then you want to connect it so that when it gets hacked or something, no one can see it. But right now, I'm just gonna put it here, just like how it gives me. Okay. I'm just saying, like when you deploy to production to the cloud, you don't want to like whatever that is secret password or something. You don't want to put it in your code. Okay. I'm gonna save this file. I'm gonna head over to my Google Chrome, and then let's see my website. It looks the same, but if you look at the bottom right, you see a new button from Chatwoot. So I can click that button. This is from the customer's view. So they can like start a conversation, and then they can say like, "Hey, my name is Ishak. and I have a problem. I don't know, problem with your product. Please fix it or something like that. Fix it or whatever, and they can send. And then, of course, they don't want to wait, right? So what they can do, they can say like, okay, this is my message, but I'm not gonna stay here. I'm just gonna shut down my computer and do something else. So once, if you want to reply me to this email. So they can like write that email, okay? Or they can just wait for someone to reply them. And on your end, as a business owner or like manager or something, you can click tick me there, and then yeah, and then that guy who texted you from that website, that message is now here. Like, hey, my name is Ishaq, whatever, and then you can reply like, yeah, we fixed it. All good. And then over there on that site, that customer will receive this thing, which is cool. So you don't need to code anything except you just need to paste the script which Chatwoot gonna give you. So you see how cool is this? Like imagine like other businesses, they're gonna implement something crazy. They're gonna like, I don't know, spend 2 months or something implementing something like this. Fill up the details and everything is so easy. And that's why Chatwoot is probably the best software on the planet to deal with your customers if you're a large business. Yeah, so
Such like this
right.
in the coming days. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Right, okay. So I guess I'll leave right now.